Hello everybody, Manlius here, and welcome back to another episode of As We Descend. And we're going to get right back into a new Descension. We unlocked a couple new things, so the Wayfinder, which I'm kind of curious to see how they work, and we're almost to our Vanguard Guardsman. And we need to soak 150 damage on the Vanguard with the armor or barrier. So we can do that. What do we have down here? Okay, so Descension modifiers, which makes enemies more challenging. Wait a second, hold on. I didn't know this was even a thing. And we have Origin Guild, which is its whole new thing. Let's run one of those. And we'll see how different it is from that votive one. If it gets us like a whole new quest line or not. Okay. Let's talk to the Lantern Researcher. The Lantern Researcher is deep in his studies. More relics from the past. It is time for you to take on a field apprenticeship. So let's draft new units. Oh wow, okay. We have brand new units here. And that of the Retriever, Forceful, and Helpful Technicians. Let's see what their specialties are. So this one has Flow Crystals, which Flow is used to play combat cards. Okay. Someone must keep all the machines running despite the apocalypse. So shock. What is shock? Take stagger after each turn. Shock detonates at 10 plus stacks, dealing damage to equal to stacks times 2. A maximum flow bonus. Bonus becomes active when you have maximum. And this one deal 8 damage and apply shock 2. This one might not be bad to start out with. Apply 2 attack bonus. I think we're going to do the... What do we have here? The Ranger. Equipped with handheld Mythian rifles, everyday militia can be converted into lethal infantry. And so they have fixation... So they're not very powerful right now. So I think we'll take the Forceful Technician. Okay. So kind of changing up the game here. In that we have to adjust our playstyle given the new units that we have. So first things first, let's send out an expedition to get the reactor rod. Or against some worms. And they're elusive. They hide underground after being hit, reducing all damage taken to 1 this turn. And they have armor shred. It's unsurprising to acquire an aversion towards mysterious holes amidst the fungal spires. And let's take our technician out, shall we? Let's see how they fare alone. Okay, so they have a lot of barrier and a static beam. So we'll just come out swinging. Matching flow bonus. Bonus becomes active when you have flow equal to the flow cost of this. Okay. So good combos there. So, oh wait. Flow retain. You can retain this much flow between turns. Oh, so let's say I don't use flow. I can retain this and pump this up to where that applies my maximum flow bonus. Okay. Let's see. Apply 4 shock. Let's do this and this, and we'll end the turn. Only because I want to be careful because they do have armor shred. Okay, so now I'm at maximum flow, it looks like. Am I not? So that's gonna apply resonant echo to lantern. Repeat your next lantern card. Deal 5 damage. I could do shock blast and take him out, but he's not attacking. So I think I'm gonna deal 12 to him and do that. Let me move him up so he can get in the game. And we'll take him out. Let's apply barrier and end it there. Oh, he doesn't auto attack, huh? Okay, so now we have maximum flow, so we can apply that shock. So he has 4 stacks of shock. And since he's not attacking, I can end my turn and conserve that flow, because that'll get me up to 5. Deal 8, and we can take him out. Okay. That's actually a pretty cool mechanic. So let's get our reactor rod to begin with. We have 2 here for favor, or 4 and 3. I don't think we need any more favor because we already have 8 out of 10. So let's get some copper, the amorphous ore, try our luck there, and we'll draft a new lantern card. So apply 6 shock to all enemies. I like that one. Initiative, draw 3. I like the damage because we have plenty of flow barrier. Okay, so let's get our reactor rod set up. Most excellent. The council will be pleased. Awesome. The force field is slowly pieced back together, staving off the miasma and beasts alike. As it should. So we can give it to the old mentor. Or powered modification. Let's see what the old mentor has. Let's spend a favor since we have it. And I want to do our technician. So 12 damage for feeble. Let's do that. Let's get the new cards unlocked. But I want to be careful because I don't want to overload myself with cards. Okay, we can rest at the tavern, which I don't think we need to do. But let's search the market shop. Oh, wow. I only get shipments between depths. Okay. It's good to know. So each depth we move will restore it. So I think we have to get him on the first cycle, it seems like. What is this? So favor. So this has 4 favor. That's a high risk. A bent key to reveal the undermarket. Should we try it? I mean, it's only 16 coin. I don't think I need anything else. Oh, I can forget combat cards, which isn't bad. The oracular optic. Draw 1 and gain 1 rune. Let's try this. Nice! We got it. Okay. So we'll definitely take that. I think we'll hang on to the rest of our copper because we can use that to get items. I don't necessarily need to... Oh wow, we have the undermarket unlocked. We'll head there with our next envoy. But let's get our next reactor rod. Because I think that's more helpful to get the reactor rods now. And we're going against the husk this time. which have heavy plating, devourer, and armored. The husk is an evolution of the lasher. It has sturdy defenses and an eternal hunger. Alright. Let's bring both of them, shall we? Let's see how they synergize. Alright, so he's gonna move and buff intent. So draw 2 offense cards of Able. Oh, nice. So that is great, actually. Apply 12 damage. Guard zone. I would want to get him into the guard zone. But we're just going to send it. Oh, I forgot I have rune. That's a mechanic that I forget I have. Okay. Can we get to the guard zone for 10? So apply 3 barrier. We already have 2 there. But I think I need to... Okay, let's... Oh, it's... Oh, wow. So it's not, like devotive. So toss a card here to stash it for the next turn. Okay, that's really cool. Oh, man. Alright, so we're going to want to lay down the damage because we're going to take 10 damage here to one of our guys. So let's see. Let's get Static Beam. We're going to Flow Barrier Rangers. We'll get them on the turn. Okay. We're going to reposition them. Flow Barrier. Static Beam, 4 damage. Oh, we're... I'm going to save my favor. Because I think that we can whittle him down. Okay, lead shot. Let's go ahead and get his shell. Let's do it one more time. Matching flow bonus. Alright, I get it. Okay. Now, see, that's such an awesome mechanic because that really makes you have to think about the cards that you play in order. And that reminds me of the Downfall, Slay the Spire mod, to where the Hermit, you kind of had to be meticulous in the cards that you play, in the order that you play them in. So... they're stunned. They're not going to attack. We're going to keep this flow. All right. Okay, they have feeble 8. We can do one more static beam and one more flow to negate the damage. And so this is good. This is a good stack up because our rangers can always do the auto attack as long as they're in the support zone. And let's see if we can't finish them off. Okay, let's get the reactor rod. We have a couple of options here. So since we only have 6, we can take our chances in getting a treasure anomaly, which I think we're going to do to max out our favor. And so we'll go for the copper, the amorphous ore. So let's get our reactor rod. Most excellent. The council will be pleased. With the city at half power, any reactor rod after this one can be spent to improve specific locations instead. So we're going to repair that. Who wants the amorphous ore? I really want to know what the old mentor's last one is. Is it RNG? Okay. Return all cards with limited charges from discard pile to your hand. I could see that synergizing well with stuff. Overlook, yes, but then we need to make sure we have lantern cards that synergize with it. So I don't think I want to get that. Quick draw, sure. Yeah, nothing that I see. I think we might get this. The apply shock 5. This is good for repositioning, which we need to do for our technicians. And I think we're going to do that. Okay, we have one more envoy. Let's go to the undermarket. Risky encounters. It's your pal, the collector. Gain 20 copper or acquire 1 bandages. Let's go for the copper. Thank you. Let's head to the next cycle. All right. And what does the lantern researcher have? Okay. Lantern adjustment. The ancient module will allow the guild technicians to alter the design of lanterns used on battle sites. So we can alter and draft a lantern card to replace an existing one. Or your item will return to you next cycle. Take the item and leave. What is the item? Oh, I know. Okay. It was what we got last one. Gain max flow until it reaches max capacity. Retain, switch unit zone, which is good. Apply to barrier. If that unit already has barrier, also apply a persistent barrier, which is also good, especially if we're going to have our technicians up front. But I want to unlock new ones. Let's do this. Can we see? Okay, so it's on initiative. Let's replace Shock Blast is kind of a good Hail Mary, but it takes 4 flow, which means it could do well with this one. So we're just gonna replace a flow barrier. All right, let's prepare defenses. And who do we want to do that with? Let's take our chances. A force field remains meek. The guild architect wants to go ahead with a few experimental adjustments, so long as the sacrosanct ritual doesn't hold things up. The votive crafters will certainly demand their share too. Regenerate 20% of missing force field to the city, which equates to 8, or increase max health. Yeah, absolutely. We'll always take the max health lantern. Okay, who are we going to talk to? Do we need to heal? We could heal. We could do a chance encounter 2 with the artisan. Copper adornments are more than simply cosmetic. They amplify the signal of the Mythian. Fabricate ring. Okay, your ally gains 1 of each stat. Or fabricate lattice. If you pass the check, increase max health of all lanterns by 5. I think we'll take the ring. I can't argue with that. Let's go ahead and see if we can buy any buffs. Okay, so he's... Oh. Draft new perk for 92. Choose one option to require out of a few. I don't know if I want to buy that, to be honest. Because I want to keep the copper for drafting new units. So we're going to... We're just going to hold on to what we have and go to the next cycle. The fungal menace. And they have heavy plating, entrenched, and siege attacker. So we have to make sure we protect our lantern. The root their tendrils deep into the ground before they begin to lay siege upon your forces. Okay, we're going to take both of them since we don't have any bonus, so let's go. Our technicians are a lot lower than I thought, but we're going to set them up there. Let's see. I'm going to apply to you Dizzy. Let's take cover. Ooh, I should have done that. Well, no, because that'll move me back to the support zone. Also deal 6 damage. We're going to do that. Since we're here. I think we're going to have to eat some of this. Yeah, we're going to have to eat some of that. And we'll save that for that one. And I don't want to move them only because these guys work well back here for that auto attack. Okay. Now we're at max. Deal 12 damage, apply 4 feeble. So let's see if we can get him down. We can mitigate all that, but he's already at 40. But I want to keep that for next, for the boss. Alright. So he's stunned. 2, 1, 1. So let's do 2, 1, 1. Okay. Alright, we saw him staggered. So deal 15 plus shocks. That's not going to quite do it. That's going to hit all. Let's see. Two. Damn. If only I had 5. I think I might have to eat this. Yeah. Let's see if I can get lucky. Damn it. And I did not. It's fine. I only lose 1 force field shield, which is okay. So they're both staggered. Apply 4 feeble. Okay, let's take him out. And we're going to retain that and our turn. Okay. Also deal 6 damage. Do that. No, I wanted to... I wanted to stun him again, but I guess I couldn't actually... 1... Okay, so we should be at max flow next turn. So I should overload him with, yep. Outstanding. We get a corrupted core and an artifact fragment. What's in the forum? With the sudden influx of new artifacts into the city, there's a reignited spark of curiosity among the guild. Yet, these recent discoveries have also brought a renewed sense of danger. We seek the warden's advice to guide the guild's election of new provost. What do you make of these new findings? The investigator or the brute? I think we have yet to acquire the brute, so let's negotiate some of those in the city. This warden will lead us through bold and daring times. Let us share their unyielding spirit. The guild hall erupts into a wholehearted debate. We get the brute. Awesome. Let's go to the lantern researcher. Yeah, let's draft new lantern card. Oh, wow. Okay, why is that one? Because it's new, maybe. Gain 3. And if we're at a maximum flow bonus, get planning. Draw an extra card at the start of each turn, or whenever you play the last card in your hand. I like that. I like that a lot. Let's get rid of... I want to keep these barriers because they are actually pretty useful. So let's see. Let's get rid of a static beam. Okay, so corrupted core. Illegal trade for copper, risky encounters. No, we're going to draft a new unit. The trio of faction leaders bestows a new unit from among their ranks to join your forces. Plenty of warriors in the city clamor for an opportunity to fight alongside your forces. Oh. Alright, these are freaking badass. This one already I know I kind of want. So deep dive suit, the valorous custodian, or the armor chemist. All right, let's take a look at the deep dive suit. Deal 8 damage for each card in your stash. Your stash contains reserve cards that will return to your hand next turn. So this rewards stashing cards, but we really don't have a build to maximize our stash. Move dive suit to guard zone, gain 4 barrier, and deal 9 damage. Gain 2 flow at the matching flow bonus, so that brings us up to 4, but we gain exerted 1. Okay. This one might be a bit too complicated for now, unfortunately, but I could definitely see the build crafting. Rated for up to 9,000 miasma pressure units. Okay, let's go back. Let's check out the Valorous Custodian. This one might be a little bit more simple. Knights can serve in the employ of the various guild halls, donning unorthodox equipment. Yeah, so this one might be a little bit more simple and up our alley for now, because they get Valiant Strike, which we're familiar with, and they get Electro Sword, which deals 10 damage and applies 5 shock. So if we detonate the shock, we then gain 2 flow. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go back to the armor chemist. And they get light diffuse, which deals 4 damage and applies burning 1 and shock 1. So not only do we get burning, but we also get shock. And then we get tar 8. We also get apply our bonus armor 1 to a friendly and reposition. Caution, tar is incredibly adhesive and may spontaneously combust and or electrocute. And I forgot they have catalyst. So whenever you apply burning to an enemy with shock, also apply tar 1. Damn, that's good too. I really want to get the dive suit because I think he just looks cool, but I think for right now we're between The custodian and the chemist. But this one might be good with our technician. So I think we'll go with the chemist. Okay. We have a lot of forces here. So let's get this guy and assemble some technology. And we do have an envoy. Risky encounters is good. But we could use some health. But also risky encounters, dark dealings. Let's try it. The bookkeeper has a special request for you to assist in this borough of the undermarket. Requires 3+ strength. Oh gosh. Gain 5. We don't need that. We don't need that. Acquire random basic item. I guess we'll just try our luck with this. Yeah. Oh, permanently increased strength stat for this ally. Cool. Okay. What about our brute? Let's do an expedition force first. Okay, so we have a couple of elites here. We could get the ancient manuscript with just one unit, or we could go after an elite for some copper or another ancient manuscript. Might as well do this. And we're against the Lasher again. The Lasher pries open armor with its tongue before leashing a fury of strikes. Let's give our chemist a shot, shall we? Let's see how they fare on their own. Okay, so we're going to reposition. We'll negate the damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Man, we're going to have to use some favor here. Burning one, shock one. I could shock them because they're going to do 9 damage. Man. We're going to have to do that. And then I'll have to heal next time. Okay, let's shock blast them. Okay, so these guys definitely are more of a support, like kind of a tank, than they are a standalone. So draft a new combat card, banish all cards in your stash. Maximum flow draw 1. Oh, okay. So that essentially turns it into a rune. Tar Splatter. Let's go for Tar Splatter because I think we need a little bit more offense. And we can't unlock that one yet, so let's get this. Let's get our favor back. And 17%. Let's try it, get some copper. Okay. Let's go ahead and leave. So super grub. I don't want to upgrade. Let's revive. Let's get them back to max health. Another super grub. Let's again get these guys back to max health. What can our brute do? Buy buffs. I really didn't have a lot of buffs to buy, so let's do a chance encounter. The street urchin. You find some copper on the ground. A kid approaches you. Hey, that's my coin. keep the cash or throw them the coin. Let's throw them the coin and get 4 favor. Awesome. Okay, let's send out our expedition force. Amplifier module, copper. Let's go for the amplifier module. We're against the Vermin Tide, and they have Swarmer, Splat, and Healing Intent. A massive swarm of vermin. Get ready to clear them quickly. And we will try. So let's take these guys. Oh, I'm in the support zone. Darn. Okay, until it reaches. Okay. All right, awesome. We are taking them out pretty quickly, which is nice. Okay, so we do 15. Do 4. He's staggered. Let's try and just take him out now. If we can, yes. Great. All right, what do we have? Let's draft a lantern card, 4 barrier to all friendlies, feeble 3, shock 3, or hunker, 10 barrier, exerted 1. Let's get 4 barrier, and we will replace this one. Do this. Draft a new combat card. Draw 2 for technician if able. But I'd rather deal 11 damage and shock 2 for our ranger. Alright, do we want a major growth? Major growth. Well, we'll do this one. Dream fruit. Should we forget a combat card? We could forget a lead shot. I don't really use overclock. Resonant Echo. Yeah, I don't really use that, so we're just gonna forget it. Maybe that was a bad choice, but we'll see. Do we need to buy anything? He does get stuff between cycles. Oh no, he doesn't have anything new. Okay. Sorry, between depths. Damn it. Got that confused. Okay. Let's draft a new lantern card. What do we have? Apply 5 barrier for each one spent. I like that. Should we draft any unit action or take our chances? Let's take our chances. Max out our favor. Buy buffs. Let's rest. We'll heal all our units, so they should be at max health now. Our envoy. And new location discovered, the work pit. Okay. A call for recruitment rings out in the marketplace. The foreman's voice cuts through the noise. Ah, Warden, we could use some help for our excavation. We found something big in the mines underneath. You should help us in this endeavor, for the good of the city. And we can acquire 2 allies or gain either 27 copper or none at all. Allies are good if we just want to activate places without spending stats. I don't think I really need the copper, to be honest. Yeah, so we're just gonna get our allies. The brutes. And we discovered the atelier. So start the next battle with +2, which is good because our next battle is the boss, or pay 2 and increase the health of our lantern. I think we'll do that. Let's head to the next cycle. Alright. And what comes to our gates? None other than the behemoth. They have magnitude, dazing intent, cleave attacker, warning, seismic threat detected. The behemoth is a living mountain with multiple splash damage moves. Okay, all hands on deck. This is 2 times 3. Oh, okay. Okay, so they're gonna affliction intent. So let's start off. Let's reposition them. That needs 1. Let's get them. All right. Guard bonus. Let's do 1. Okay. I want to reposition him. Support zone, guard zone. Okay. Get that up. Apply 8 tar. Set to stun. Damn it. I wanted to destroy that. Can we get down to 2? Down to 4. Three and 2. So I could do all 5. It's gonna be 16. Let's bring him back. Okay. Let's get that down. Let's get some cards up. Let's just go for that. Okay. Oh wow, all 3 aftershocks. Damn it. What are we at? I think I just need to activate those, to be honest. Okay. So he's gonna deal 8. Let's see. We have 5. So 3. Do that. Apply feeble. Take 4. 4. We don't need to do that. Could do 1 there. Should be it, given our auto attack. No. Oh, just 1 shy. Okay, but we still made it out with all of our units. And down goes the behemoth. With the boss slain, the fabric of the ground rots and crumbles beneath your feet. The citizens huddle into the safety of the vault city, and its doors seal just in time. It drills deeper into the earth in its massive core laser, beginning its descent. Restore all units to max health. Awesome. All right, and I think that's where we'll stop. I hope you enjoyed that so far, because exploring all these different guilds I think is really cool. I did not know that was a thing until I just clicked through the map, so I'm excited about it, and I'm curious if there's other guilds for us to try. But we'll see how far we can get in our depth. So we're at depth 2. In any case, I appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you next time.